If you guys need help gearing up for any of the new content from the Los Santos Drug Wars update or the Festive Surprise 2022 DLC, check out G2A with the link in the description and use cashback code BOSS if you want to save a little bit extra as well. Hey, how's it going, guys? Mr. Boss for the win here, and in today's GTA 5 video, I'm going to be telling you guys how you can guarantee to get the GOOCH to spawn in and attack you 100% of the time. So a lot of players in Grand Theft Auto Online have become increasingly frustrated with the GOOCH random event. They've been having a lot of difficulty having the GOOCH actually spawn in and attack their character. And because of that, they're having a hard time getting the rare and exclusive GOOCH mask. They also just want to experience the event for themselves. But they're obviously having a lot of trouble. Well, there is a guaranteed foolproof way that you can get the GOOCH to spawn in on you, and it's actually pretty simple. So in case you guys didn't know, there's only 3 requirements in order to get the GOOCH to spawn in. The first is to be in a session for 48 minutes, although there's kind of a workaround to that, which we'll talk about in a little bit. You also need to make sure you're in a session with at least one other player, and you have to have cash on you. So now that we know those rules, we can actually find a workaround so that you're the only one in the session that ends up getting the GOOCH mask. So all you're going to need for this is one other friend that you can kind of communicate with. You basically want to make sure that you're in a session with just one other person that you know, and then all you need to do is make sure your friend deposits all their cash. And so at that point, because you're the only one in the session with cash to steal, the GOOCH will have no choice but to spawn on you, and then you'll have the chance to take him out, get a little bit of extra money and your snacks back, as well as getting the rare GOOCH mask. So it's that easy. All you need to do is, again, have a friend, have them bank all of their cash so that they have none on their character, and then that eliminates the GOOCH's ability to spawn and get anyone other than you. So it is a guaranteed foolproof way in which you can get him to spawn in and therefore getting the mask. It's really simple. It's really easy. There's no smoke and mirrors or magic tricks to getting the GOOCH to spawn in. It's that simple. And I know a lot of you guys that might be watching this videos right now are lone wolves or prefer to play by yourselves. What I would definitely encourage you to do is use maybe the comment section of this video as a forum. You could post your gamer tag or PlayStation ID or Rockstar Social Club name, and you could say, hey, anyone want to take turns and, you know, get in a lobby with the GOOCH? And that's honestly what you can do. Remember, because he comes every 48 minutes, for the first 48 minutes, it could be your turn, so your friend has no money, and then for the second 48 minutes, it could be his turn, so you put all your money in the bank. And then both you guys win, you get the GOOCH mask. It's that easy. So that's what I would recommend doing. Say, hey, does anyone want to get into a lobby, want to get together? That's honestly the easiest way to go about getting the GOOCH to spawn in. Now, some other details about the GOOCH that you might not have known about. As I mentioned earlier, it requires a 48-minute cooldown before he actually returns, but it doesn't require you to be in the lobby for 48 minutes. It only requires one other person to have been in the lobby for 48 minutes, but not necessarily you. So if you end up joining someone that's been in the session for 43 minutes, you'll only have to wait 5 minutes before the GOOCH actually spawns in. So Rockstar has not put a definite end on when the GOOCH is going to stop spawning in Grand Theft Auto Online, but I can only imagine that after the Festive Surprise is over, he's no longer going to appear. So that could be later on this week in just a couple of days, or it could be right after the new year. Only time will tell, but you definitely want to jump on this sooner rather than later, and this is a foolproof way in which you can do that. Now, a couple of other things about the GOOCH that you might not have known about. If you are actively playing with others, they can see and kill the GOOCH, but only the target of the mugging can see and collect the mask and the present. So if the GOOCH comes after you, let's say you're in a public session and he mugs you and he ends up running away. Even if someone takes him out, you can still see and collect the mask. So you don't have to worry about someone stealing your present. Yes, someone else has the ability to take the GOOCH out, but you are the only one that can actually collect the reward. Now, a few other things about the GOOCH that is interesting. He actually cannot get around gates. So if you're trying to set up a trap for the GOOCH, try waiting in like a factory yard or anything that has gates that swing open, so we actually can't go around them. And because the Gooch does take a little bit of time to actually take out, like he's a pretty resilient dude, it's actually an easy way in which you can take him out without having to, follow him around the city getting pop shots every now and then. So he actually can't get around gates, which is kind of convenient. Now, a couple of other tips I can give you about the Gooch. He seems to not be a big fan of vehicles. He also has a really hard time navigating those. Like, for example, if you stand on top of your car, he won't be able to get you there. And even if he does, you can just jump into your car, chase him down, and run him over. He also seems to be unable to recognize that helicopter blades are a dangerous thing. Therefore, he will just run straight to you and into the back of your helicopter blades, which kind of takes care of that for yourself, and you don't have to worry about chasing him down. I also saw this interesting video. Apparently, the Gooch can also steal your money and snacks while you're inside of your RC vehicle. He'll actually just throw you out like that, which is kind of cool. I didn't know that the Gooch had the ability to do that. Apparently, the Gooch also has the ability to steal vehicles. This is something you have to be careful of as well because he's quick on his own, but if he has a vehicle, that's going to make things even more difficult. I saw this video of him actually stealing a party bus, and then he just took off. So you have to go chase him down in a vehicle, so he's pretty clever, that's for sure. And last but not least, as far as videos involving the Gooch, he might be the king of jump scares. Because Rockstar just spawns him in, he can spawn in right in front of you, right behind you, and when he does spawn in, he does so with like this kind of evilish laugh, and then he just like pops in there with that like red and green sort of smoke effect. I'll show you guys this video right here. It has scared hundreds, if not thousands, of GTA Online players. Now, this one should be fairly obvious, but in case you're wondering, you cannot be in passive mode. So if you are in passive mode, the Gooch is just simply not going to spawn in. I'm sure a lot of people have been like in a lobby for 48 minutes by themselves or with one other person, and they've met all the requirements, and then they're in passive mode. You got to be like, shoot, dude, you can't be in passive mode for this thing to work. So you have to be out of that if the Gooch is going to come after you and try and steal your stuff. But anyways, that is all the information that I have got for you guys in this video today. Hopefully this was helpful, and hopefully over the last couple of days of the Gooch event and the festive surprise season, you're able to get him to spawn in. Let me know how you got him to spawn in, though, in those comments down below. I'd love to hear from you guys down there. If you guys did go on to enjoy this video, though, a like rating would, of course, be awesome. And be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel if you are new, or you want to stay up to date on all the latest GTA and all the Rockstar Games videos that I'll be doing here on my channel. And be sure to ring that notification bell as well. Sometimes YouTube just doesn't work, and if you ring that bell, you'll always be guaranteed to be notified when new videos arrive. But of course, as always, guys, thank you all so much for watching. Take care, and I'll see you guys in the next video.